2 weeks, not alone, in Pattaya. Part 2. Days 4 through 8. The rotation begins. Alright, degenerates. We're back for round 2. If you made it through part 1, you already know. This trip has been a goddamn roller coaster. And trust me, it's only going to get wilder from here. Now, before we dive into tonight's episode of Questionable Decisions, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and if you really want to keep this train wreck rolling, check out one of the links in the video description below.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
Alright, now let's get into it. Day 4. Julie returns. The second time around. Day 4, and the rotation officially begins. Tonight's guest, Julie. Now, if you've been paying attention, you might remember Julie from a few weeks back. She came with me for a short time, did her job well, no complaints. So, when she hit me up again, it was an easy, come on over, honey. Now, I was coming off a long night with Bo, so I spent most of the day chilling, eating, recovering, but by now I had settled into full holiday mode, right? Late mornings, late nights, and absolutely no fucking responsibilities. Julie and I, we met up at Central Pattaya. Nothing too wild, just some casual drinks, a little catching up. You know, Julie's look though, slim, toned, cute face. You know, not model level stunning, but sexy in that effortless kind of way. Young but confident. Moves like she's used to getting the attention that I know she does. Loves dressing up, heels, tight dresses, the whole deal. And let's be real, Julie, this broad knows she's fucking hot. She's the type that lets you buy her drinks, gives you just enough attention to keep you hooked, and expects you to handle all the rest. Which, honestly, at this point, I'm fine with that tonight. We bar hopped a little, nothing crazy, grabbed a few rounds, in LK Metro, at a few other spots, then made our way over to Walking Street. By this point, though, I got a solid buzz going, and Julie was, let's just say, getting real comfortable yet again. Flirty, touchy, and playful, just like she was other times, right? She kept teasing me, though, about how I'd been too busy with her, or how I'd been too busy to see her, how I'd been too busy with these other girls, right? Acting, fake offended and whatnot. Like, oh, you forgot me already? So many ladies for you? You can't remember? And I'm like, honey, you literally came me for a short time, a few weeks back. Whatever, though. I play along because, let's be real, I already know how the night's going to end. Back at my place. Julie, though, she knows how to work the room. Some girls just lie there like a goddamn plank of wood, right? Waiting for you to do all the work. Julie? No. None of that, though. Not Julie. She's the type to tease, play around, and make sure that you're fully engaged the entire time. And that's a rare fucking find. After round 1, I figured she'd be out of here, just like last time. But nope, Julie, she's settling in. She stretched out, grabbed my blanket, got comfortable like this was a planned overnight stay. Now, normally I like my quick exits, but I wasn't exactly mad at this one, right? We chilled, we smoked a little. She started telling me about some of the fucking wild shit she's seen in the fucking clubs, in iBar working over there. The kind of stories that make you realize how much fucking stupid, dumb foreigner money comes floating around Pattaya. At one point, she rolled over, stared at me, and hit me with the classic, "You got food?" So yeah, we went, ate a little snack, and yeah, she stayed the night. We woke up, handled some more business in the morning, and then just hung out in bed for freaking hours. She was not in a rush to leave, and honestly, I wasn't in a rush to get her out the door. By the time she finally did decide to go, it was already fucking afternoon, and with An coming over in just a few hours, I had just enough time to rest, and trust me, I was going to need it for this one. Day 5. The Saturday special. Alright, time for the next one. Julie finally left in the afternoon, giving me just enough time to rest, rehydrate, and pretend like I was going to take a break. Yeah, that wasn't happening though, because tonight, was coming over. Now, if you don't know you haven't been paying attention. She's a regular in the rotation, comes around often, and if you haven't heard me mention our Saturday special, well, this is her. She's tall as hell. I think actually a little bit taller than me. Skinny to the point that you can see muscles ripple. And she don't even lift no weights. That's just the way that she is naturally. Pale skin, same age as me, and absolutely zero effort put into dressing sexy. She pulled up baggy pants, a t-shirt, and a hoodie, like she walked out of a fucking a skate video. No heels, no makeup, no attempt at being cute. She wasn't trying to impress me, and honestly, she didn't need to. We grabbed some food, sat around, talked shit for a little bit. I'm not like other girls. She's not trying to flirt, not trying to hustle. She's just hanging out and getting smashed. But when it's time, she flips that switch. Now, some girls like to talk after, maybe a little life story, fake pillow talk. Nah. She rolled over, stretched out, and asked if I had snacks. Like, fuck, all these broads is trying to eat my food. Nah, that was fun. Just, you got anything to eat. Priorities, I guess. She stayed just long enough to actually get some sleep, then dipped out like she had somewhere important to be. No nonsense, no clinging. Exactly why she's the Saturday special. And just like that, on to the next. Day 6. Bo again, the drunken rewind. By day 6, I was running on fumes. Had just left at 7:30 in the morning, and my room needed some serious damage control. So, I did the responsible thing. I washed the sheets, aired out the place, and actually took a little break, right, for a few hours at least. Spent the day recovering, catching up on some much needed rest, but by 6 p.m., that itch was back. So, I got up, grabbed some food, Bronx pizza because carbs fixes everything, and then met up with Brian, Eddie, and some Italian dude I had never seen before. And that's when the night started to spiral. Soy Pacao to Walking Street, the slippery slope. The plan was simple, just some casual bar hopping. Started on Soy Pacao, bouncing from spot to spot, grabbing drinks, talking shit, vibing. By the time we hit Walking Street, I was already deep in the whiskey zone though. Then we made it to I-Bar, and that's where my smart decision making officially left the chat. At some point, we ended up at Mist. I don't remember. And at some point after that, I decided tonight was the night that I was going to get absolutely fucking annihilated. And listen up. I've been pacing myself all week, keeping things in check. I deserved this, right? Not one time did I wake up with, who is this? Right? So, again, I deserved this. And now, let me tell you, I achieved my goal. The drunken mystery of Bo's return. Now, normally, I remember how my nights end, but not this time. Because at some point, between whiskey number 9 and blackout number 3, I linked up with Bo again. And I know this because I got video evidence. At about 3:45 a.m., there's footage of us walking down Walking Street together. Me, looking like a damn fucking mess. So yeah, at some point in my drunken wisdom, I decided a repeat was happening. Morning after, piecing it together. I woke up around noon. Room looking like a crime scene. But sure enough, Bo was there. and clearly she had a better grasp of reality than I did. She got up, cut some mango for us, and just laughed at me at how fucked up I was last night. Like a full on bro session. Apparently, I was talking nonsense all night, dancing like an idiot, and at one point tried to cheers my goddamn self. Professional work, honestly. We chilled for a while, finally dragged ourselves out of fucking bed at like 3 o'clock, got some food, and by 4, she's off. Me, straight back home, because day 7 was coming up fast. And I was going to need all the recovery time I could get. Day 7, the stupid drunk girl. A case study in bad decisions. Alright, day 7, at this point, my body's basically running on whiskey and bad decisions. But that wasn't going to stop me. Tonight was already set in motion. I was linking up with Eddie and his buddy, and we're kicking things off at Soy 6. Soy 6, the warm-up laps. Now, Eddie's friend, he wasn't really in the party budget range. He just wanted to see the place, check out the scene, maybe take mental notes for a future trip when he actually had funds to spend. So, we did 2 slow laps, 1 up, 1 down, and just watched the chaos unfold that is Soy 6. You know, same loud music, same grabby girls, same, 60-year-old dudes fucking making terrible life choices with beautiful young ladies, which, I mean, we say that, but they're beautiful decisions. But after 2 rounds, right, it was clear his wallet wasn't coming out, and I wasn't trying to waste the energy walking up and down just looking at stuff. So, we made the move to Walking Street. Ibar, bottles and momentum. Once we got to Ibar, Eddie and I did the responsible thing. We both bought bottles because hydration is important. Stay hydrated. And from there, things got blurry fast. The drinks were flowing, the music was loud, and the night was shaping up to be exactly what I wanted. At some point, we ended up at Stone's house. And that's where the problems started. Enter the stupid drunk girl. Now, I don't even remember how we started talking. 1 second, I'm drinking, I'm vibing. The next thing I know, I've got this girl attached to me like a fucking signed lease agreement. And she was already fucked up beyond belief. Like, way past fun drunk. She was at the level where you're not sure if they're dancing or just trying to stay upright. And me, my stupid ass should have walked away, but instead, I drank more with her and offered her more. The disaster unfolds. Now, I've dealt with drunk girls before, but this one was on a whole nother level. Random mood swings. 1 second, she's laughing. The next, she's staring at me like I personally just ruined her whole fucking life. Couldn't sit still, kept wandering off. But then coming back like I was her fucking personal GPS fucking marker. At one point, she even asked me, "Have you ever been to Thailand?" My response was, "Bitch, we're in Thailand." But, against my better fucking judgment, I say, fuck it. I'm smashing this. Let's see where this goes. And yeah, that was a mistake. Back at my place, regrets were made. Now, I don't remember exactly how we left Stonehouse, but I do remember waking up and immediately thinking, I've made a terrible fucking mistake. She, still drunk as fuck, still talking nonsense, and worst of all, she wouldn't leave. I threw every polite excuse at her. I got somewhere to be. My wife's coming back. Aliens are invading and you really need to leave, honey. Nothing. She just rolled over and got comfortable. At this point, though, I'm debating climbing out my own fucking window. But finally, by some fucking miracle, she decided she had places to be. And the second that door closed behind her, I locked that shit like my fucking life depended upon it. Lesson learned. Day 8. and Pa a proper recovery night. After the walking disaster of the previous night, I needed a goddamn reset. But that wasn't going to happen right away because that fucking broad didn't leave until almost 5 p.m. But she finally left. And that gave me exactly 2 hours to breathe, shower, and pretend my life was under control before meeting up with at 7. Dinner with and a quick one. Now, after last night's disaster, was a refreshing change. No nonsense, no surprises, just a chilled night. We went out to Khan's for dinner, barbecue chicken, bacon sandwiches, fries, and some drinks. 648 baht, well spent. And let's be real, this wasn't a long-term event. We ate, we went back to my place, we smashed, and she bounced. By 10 p.m., I'm alone again, but not for long. Pa, the return of a favorite. Now, if you've been paying attention, you might remember Pa from a few weeks back. Great freelancer, only comes in town a few weeks, every few months, and when she's here, it's always a fucking party. So, we did exactly what we do best. We drank, we danced, we partied hard. By 4 a.m., it was time to wrap up the night. Properly, back at my place. Handled business. Good times. Morning after, a proper end to the night. By morning, or let's be honest, early afternoon, we're up, we're chilling, no rush, no stress, just hanging out. By 3, finally got up, out of bed, headed out for some food. The same spot, around the corner, I've been taking all these girls to. The madness continues. And just like that, we close out another wild stretch of days in this absolute shit show of what I call a life. A life that probably needs an intervention. But hey, that's not your fucking problem, is it? Now, if you thought this episode was wild, buckle the fuck up, because we're only getting started. Part 3, let's just say things get even messier. More ridiculous nights, more questionable decisions, and some moments that, in hindsight, might have been avoidable. But let's be real, I wasn't about to avoid them. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and before YouTube decides this channel is a bad influence on society, and let's be real, YouTube and the advertisers absolutely hate this type of content. They'd rather be promoting cat videos and corporate approved garbage, while I'm out here documenting the raw, unfiltered reality of Pattaya's nightlife. I'm basically a fucking historian, people. So, if you appreciate this fine work of documentary filmmaking, consider donating through one of the links below. Because the only thing that keeps this train wreck on the tracks is you degenerates supporting it. Lastly, a huge thank you to all my current supporters and everyone who's donated via Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, Cash App, all the different links, right? Your generosity fuels this chaos and my bar tabs. Until next time, stay reckless, stay unapologetic, and stay tuned for more adventures in the lands of smiles. Cheers, you degenerates.